I hope you all are safe and are doing great. Welcome back to my channel, Young Tutor. And as we know that there is a chapter known as quadrilaterals in our which is chapter number 8 of our NCERT books. वो chapter की definitely हम important questions discuss करेंगे, theorems discuss करेंगे and properties of quadrilaterals discuss करेंगे. But I will not be discussing द NCERT क्वेश्चंस एंड एवरीथिंग बिकॉज वो सब चीज़ें स्कूल में भी कराते हैं और हम यहाँ ऐसी चीज़ें करते हैं जो शायद स्कूल भी ना कराए. ठीक है. सो फ्रेंड्स, लेट्स स्टार्ट ऑफ विद दिस न्यू थिंग विच इज़ क्वाड्रिलेटरल्स. क्वाड्रिलेटरल से हम स्टार्ट करते हैं. कि लेज़र एक मिनट दिख नहीं रहा है. लेट मी चेंज द लेज़र कलर टू मे बी ग्रीन. यस, क्वाड्रिलेटरल से हम स्टार्ट करते हैं. सो व्हाट डू वी अंडरस्टैंड बाय क्वाड्रिलेटरल? वी ऑल नो दैट, जस्ट लिसन टू दिस पीपीटी केयरफुली, that quadrilateral is nothing but quadrilateral is any polygon having four sides. So you can see these pictures, some few pictures I have attached, which are this is a rectangle, this is a trapezium, this is a square, and these are different types of polygons you can see. But what are these? These are four-sided polygons. So can I just categorize all of these shapes or these polygons under the category of quadrilaterals? Yes, I can definitely do so because all of these are having four sides. ठीक है? It is a parade of four-sided polygons. Now moving on to the next slide, we are talking more about quadrilaterals. And what are these? There are many different types of quadrilaterals. So we have basically generalized them कि किसी भी फिगर के पास जिसके पास चार आपकी साइड्स होती हैं उसको आप क्वाड्रिलेटरल बोलते हो. बट क्वाड्रिलेटरल्स ऑल्सो फर्दर हैव मैनी काइंड्स एंड हम उनके काइंड्स के बारे में बात करेंगे. और हम एक क्वाड्रिलेटरल को कैसे आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं? वी कैन आइडेंटिफाई द टाइप्स ऑफ क्वाड्रिलेटरल्स यूजिंग देयर साइड्स and using their angles. So let me one second. So here I have, so I can define them using the side कि क्या कैसी उनकी side है. Maybe if these two sides are equal or if these are parallel, and using the angles which are formed enclosed between them. ठीक है. Now next we shall be reviewing about some polygons. चलिए. All polygons are made up of line segments. So we all know एक polygon वही होता है which is a closed figure. It always has to be a closed figure. जब भी हम एक quadrilateral में बात कर रहे हैं, if there is this open figure, I cannot call it as quadrilateral. It has to have a closed figure. ठीक है. And it has to have four sides, four angles and four vertices. So a figure having four sides, four angles and four vertices is known as quadrilateral. The line segments that create quadrilaterals or will be parallel, perpendicular and intersecting. So we are telling how we are determining different types of quadrilaterals. Maybe if the opposite sides of the quadrilaterals are parallel. So if the opposite sides of a particular quadrilateral are parallel, then we call it a parallelogram. And if they are forming at perpendicular, then it can be a type of rectangle, and a special type of rectangle can be your squares if all the sides are equal as well as they are perpendicular. And when we are saying the adjacent sides of the quadrilaterals are intersecting. Okay. Now moving on further, we will review more about the different types of angles which are formed by these quadrilaterals. So the angles that makes up polygons can be either acute, can be right, or either they can be obtuse angles. So first you should know one property of quadrilaterals, that an angle sum of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. Like we have done this in triangle, that sum of all angles in a triangle is 180 degree. In the very same manner, the sum of all angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. And now we shall be talking about the angles which are formed or which are enclosed between the vertices or between the sides of the quadrilaterals. So the angle that makes up this vertex of the quadrilateral is acute. So you can definitely make out the angles which are less than 90 degree are known as acute, and this definitely seems less than 90 degrees, so this can be referred as an acute angle. This seems as if it is perpendicular, so it is a right angle. And this is obtuse, you can see this clearly, you can make this out. This is obtuse, so this is this quadrilateral, so the vertex of this quadrilateral makes up an obtuse angle. So if this is obtuse and this is also obtuse, then these both angles has to be acute. Okay, now moving on further, we talk about squares. What are squares? I think that you all must have heard about the term squares earlier in your life, है ना? A square is a quadrilateral that has four sides, four equal sides. कैसी sides हैं? Equal sides and four right angles. That means if I am naming this as A, this as B, this as C, and this as D, then I am saying that a square is a quadrilateral that has four equal sides. That means all the sides are equal. That means AB is equals to DC is equals to BC is equals to AD, and all of the angles are perpendicular, or maybe they are right angle. Angle A is equals to angle B is equals to angle C and is equals to angle D, which is equals to 90 degree. This square has four side angles, four right angles, and all four sides are congruent. Congruent means same, because the angles which are formed are also 90 degree, and the measure of the length is also the same, because if this is x centimeter, then all the sides are also going to be x centimeter only in a square. Then we're talking about how many sides or sets of parallel sides you see. So it seems as if AD is parallel to CB and DC is parallel to AB. So I see two sets, है ना? How many sets do you see? Let me know in the comment box below. Now, moving up to the next one, we shall be talking about rectangles. A rectangle is a quadrilateral that has two pairs of parallel sides and are equal at four right angles. So can we say that square is a type of rectangle? Yes, we can definitely say that square is a type of rectangle with all the sides equal. So here I am taking A, B, C and D. I am saying all the angles are equal, which are right angles, and I am saying the opposite sides are equal. I am not saying all sides are equal. I am emphasizing on opposite sides are equal. Like for example, AB is equals to DC and AD is equals to BC, but whereas AD and BC is not equal to AB and CB, sorry, okay. Now, this rectangle has four right angles and two pairs of parallel sides that are congruent. If four sides were equal, then would this shape still be a rectangle? Yes, a rectangle, but a different type of rectangle known as square. And this is on what I am emphasizing upon. Special type of rectangle with all the sides equal can be known as square. Okay, so these properties are really basic properties regarding which we should know. A rhombus is a quadrilateral that has four equal sides and two pairs of parallel sides. So I am saying, let me take this as A, take this as B, C and D. So the sides AD is equals to BC is equals to BD is equals to AC. All the sides are equal, but the angles formed here are not equal. Okay, the angles formed are not equal or are not 90 degree, but the diagonals, when the diagonals first of all bisects each other, and when they meet at perpendicular or they meet at 90 degrees. So they are meeting at 90 degrees. They are not forming a 90 degree angle or a perpendicular here, but they are forming in the intersection, in the point of intersection of their diagonals. So we are saying a rhombus has four congruent sides and two pairs of parallel sides. Can a square be rhombus? Let me know the answer to this question, because these types of questions are asked little twisted. So basically, there are two things. So you might get confused in trapezoids or trapeziums. So let me tell you, trapezoids and trapeziums are the same thing. A trapezoid or a trapezium is a quadrilateral that has one pair of parallel sides. Like for example, this is A, B, C and D. So I am saying that AB is parallel to DC. It has only one pair of parallel sides. And what do we mean by isosceles trapezium or trapezoids? That means when the non-parallel sides are equal. When I am saying AD is equals to BC, now from a trapezium it has converted into an isosceles trapezium. And always remember, the base angles of an isosceles trapezium are equal. This is a very important property which we need to remember, that base angles of an isosceles trapezium are always equal. This trapezoid has one pair of parallel sides. Can you identify which two sides are parallel? So I have already told you which two sides are parallel, because these doesn't seem parallel at all. It seems as if it is going to meet at some end. Like let me take this intersection point as F. Okay, so it is going to meet at point F, but these two lines are never going to meet. They are going to be parallel forever. Like how जितना भी extend कर लो ये ऐसा ही रहेगा. Okay, next we have parallelograms. Now a parallelogram is a quadrilateral that has two pairs of parallel sides. That means this side is parallel to this side and this side is parallel to this side. Then I am saying that a figure is a parallelogram. Or when I am saying one side is parallel and is equal, then it is a parallelogram. So there are various theorems which I am going to discuss in the next video. है ना, थ्योरम्स का और इसका एक्सप्लेनेशन में वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो अच्छे से. लेकिन इसमें वी मस्ट नो द प्रॉपर्टीज फर्स्ट. दिस पैरेललोग्राम हैज टू पेयर्स ऑफ पैरेलल साइड्स. कैन यू ड्रॉ अ पैरेललोग्राम दैट लुक्स डिफरेंट दैन दिस वन? Yes, we can definitely draw. Rectangle is a type of parallelogram because it has one side parallel, it has both the sides parallel. So this is a parallelogram. Then a rhombus is a parallelogram. Then a square is a parallelogram. So how many examples I have told you which does not looks the same at all. Now again we are coming back to where we started out. Quadrilaterals. With our newly found knowledge, you will be able to identify quadrilaterals everywhere. Try these out. So this is no specific name of a quadrilateral, but as per I can see, this is a square, this is a trapezium, this is a rhombus, this is a rectangle, and this is a parallelogram. So if you know that if there is a name for this particular type of quadrilateral and you know, do let me know the answer in the comment section. This is all for the today's lecture on quadrilaterals. I hope you liked it, and if you did, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to even click on the bell icon so that you are the very first ones to get notified.